Happy February 2024. It's time to talk about 2025. And I am really excited for some of the things. These are the 2025 Studio Series listing leaks. None of these, are necessarily confirmed, but some pretty exciting stuff that we might have coming up. Back to the Bayverse for some of it, some other things with the other movies coming up, so we'll go over this list. It looks like there's two lists. There's this one here, which has the text a little bit bigger, and one like this that has the text a bit smaller. They're both from TFW 2005, so both of these links are in the description. Well, we're just going to read over, kind of go in order here of how they're listed. Of course, I don't do too much about the 86. I'm mainly for the main movies, so like the TF1 stuff, but we're going to start out here. It says Transformers 1 B127. Of course, that's Bumblebee, but what's interesting is that, we've had Transformers 1 listings now for a while that we still don't know what they'll be. I mean, of course, Transformers 1 is supposedly going to be the fall of this year, so this is already next year, but already it's dipping into the Studio Series line. That's exciting to me. It shows that even though it's an animated movie, it's, kind of separate from all the other things. They're already opening the doors into those Studio Series, which, they have shown that they do try and care a little bit more about. So, Transformers 1 Bumblebee, Transformers 1 Starscream, Transformers 1 Sentinel. Oh, and by the way, these have been Deluxe, and then this one's a Voyager. I said I wasn't going to talk about the 86, but the 86 did just have their Dinobots. Looks like they're starting the Constructicons, so there you have Mixmaster and Scavenger. Also another thing, this is also an 86, but this is true for some of the other, even Bayverse Studio Series. The PR, that stands for Package Refresh. So some of those older ones, or, ones that maybe ran out, or something happened, or that people just genuinely want more, there's some package refreshes. They're going to be put out again. It's not anything new, but they are kind of like releasing it, so that's pretty cool. But here we go. Leader Class, TF7, which was The Rise of the Beast, Ape Link. I bet you this is going to get some people extremely excited. And something tells me that this won't have too many accessories, so it's going to be maybe hopefully a bit more upscaled compared to Primal, which was a bit too small for who we represented. They're still going leader, they're not going commander or whatever the big one is, but they are going leader. But if they don't shove as many tools in there, there's hope that that'll be a decent size, at least bigger than Primal. Going back to Rise of the Beast, here we have Double Punch. You should double punch the like button, yeah. Or maybe even the subscribe button. You see, double punch. One punch for the like button, one punch for the subscribe button. No, I was pretty much accurate when the original Scorponok was revealed, which was, what was that, 107, 108? I don't remember which number he was. But I said, you know what, this is going to be one that we're going to get repaints of. And here we go. Double Punch is indeed one of those Scorpion dudes, and here he is. We don't get them this year, but we have to wait next year for a repaint, but that's pretty cool, too. I saw it coming a mile away, and I'm not complaining, because, man, that Scorponok was pretty cool. So, package refresh of Rise Prime, which seems to be pretty good, because, man, did that one disappear fast. That was a really fire one. And then Movie 6 Bumblebee, another Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie. It doesn't say package refresh. I almost wonder if there shouldn't be a package refresh there, but it doesn't say it, so another Bumblebee movie, Bumblebee? I guess we'll have to find out. The original one, it was cute, it was tiny though, and it wasn't the best or funnest one. Maybe they're redoing it already. I don't know. And Transformers 4. Transformers 4. Oh my gosh, it's a Bayverse one, right? But it's Widowmaker. So something tells me that's going to be back down that concept art subline, or else I'm either just drawing an extreme blank right now, or something. Maybe it was one of the Decepticons that was like, I don't know. because Transformers 4 was Age of Extinction. So I mean that would have had all the KSI Sentry people, and so I'm not quite sure what this is. I could Google it and put a image next to it like I have some of these, but you know what? We'll find this out when images are revealed later on. So I will keep that a secret for myself. But here we go, Transformers 4 Leader Prime. And am I mistaken that this is the first Studio Series mainline Leader Prime? It can't be. Maybe one of those with like the Jetwing Prime. That would have had to have been Leader, surely. But Transformers 4 Leader Prime. I've heard a lot of talk. Is that going to be the Evasion Mode Prime? I mean, they're doing a package refresh of the Transformers 7 Voyager Prime. It has the same truck mode. All it needs is some pretty colors, so that would be pretty cool, I think, if we got the evasion mode kind of when we found him in the middle of that theater and he was kind of an old beat up truck. But on the other side, I mean, Prime was other trucks during that movie. That's when he got his Western Star, so we don't know. We don't know which one this is. I think it would be cool if it was evasion mode. That'd be something a bit different. But there again, for Studio Series, they haven't touched the Last Night or a kind of type version of Prime there. So, you know what? I'm game for either one of those. Now, this year, 2024, has been kind of sad for the Bayverse, especially with the removal of Hatchet. It was like the only one we were supposed to get, and he just magically disappeared. But here he is, 2025. We get Hatchet back. We get our dreadful friend back here. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe they said, yeah, what we were showing before kind of sucked, and they just kind of scrapped it, but redid it. Or I don't know the scenario around this, why he randomly disappeared from this year. But I'm not complaining that we finally get to, well, hopefully, hopefully see him next year. If not, maybe it'll get revoked and put another 5 years in the future. Someday, I tell you, we will get Hatchet. And then the last one. This one is making my pants moist because it's one that I've directly referenced in like top 10 Studio Series we need. And you know, they've done all this other kind of side tangent stuff of really milking the opening scene of that Bumblebee movie, and just they've been dancing around some of the last main characters of the Bayverse. And here we have Transformers 3 Q. It's about time. I mean, you know, he wasn't that big of a character, but he was there. He had his presence, and he even gave Sam some tools. Like, we had interaction with him. We got to know what he was, and that original version of him was it was cool. It got the job done, but it's about time that we get a Studio Series version. And I find it interesting because he was always Q/Wheeljack, but we just had the Wheeljack, you know, at the beginning of this year from Rise of the Beast. So instead of even trying to get people confused about the Wheeljack situation, they're just calling this one Q. Hear me out. We should get a package refresh of this last Rise of the Beast Wheeljack, and we should package refresh it as Pablo. I think that would go over pretty well. But no, there's finally Q, and I can't believe I have to wait an entire year of practically no Bayverse. I mean, because here in 2024, we've gotten Mohawk, and I think that's it. So 2025 is going to be a good year. But there again, we have a new movie again this year, so there might be other opportunities for some other things to keep me satisfied there. But I mean, between that, Hatchet, and Ape Link, I think those are some of the biggest wins. We'll have to find out what Widowmaker is, and some of these others I'm not quite sure about. You know, they are what they are. There's a bunch of 86 on this list, but I've tried to make it clear that this channel is not an 86 one. These links are in the description. I hope you've enjoyed. Tell me, what do you think about these listings? I'm excited. I'm single-handedly that Q is getting me excited, but we'll see if it is worth my excitement or if they'll somehow manage to fail it. So I can't wait to see images and future leaking. So see you next time.